Brown, who has worked with Elena Atkins on a couple issues. Adam, you're with the Disability Services and Legal Center. And,
That's correct.
And Santa Rosa, California. Now, how is it that you became to know Elena?
She came in through one of our Monday orientations, guessing about 6 months ago. She had been in our office prior and had worked with one of the other attorneys in the office. It's a continuing. The complaint is pretty much the same as it was whatever 3 or 4 years back. It's been issues of police abuse and police misconduct. Both the Auburn police, which I believe she has consistently talked about being physically and sexually abused by the Auburn police. And then in Santa Rosa, where we are, it's an allegation of the police not following up on a complaint that is based on, I believe it's a demonic possession and gang. She felt that she was being harassed and had suffered some injuries as the result of some gang harassment and what she calls a demonic possession. Not quite sure what that means, but she feels that the police did not follow up on those proceedings.
Okay.
To my knowledge, there hasn't been any follow up by any public service agent.
Now, did you witness the incident yourself?
No, the incidents that she's referring to, I believe, took place about 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah. Now, how did you become to know about these incidents?
From her testimony.
So she told you, okay,
yes.
And you're just telling me what she told you.
Yes.
And did she mention that the incident took place on 5th Street in Santa Rosa at an apartment building?
That sounds correct. I know it was downtown, so 5th Street would make sense. So.
Okay. And that's where the stalking and harassment occurred against her.
Yes.
By gang members or a particular individual. Did she say who that person was?
The only thing I recall is that it's gang members.
Okay.
I don't recall her identifying any specific individual.
All right. And was she also a victim of a battery or a sexual rape or anything, or date rape or anything like that she told you of?
She did with regards to the Auburn Police Department. I don't recall her saying anything like that about the Santa Rosa Police Department.
Okay. And she informed you that she filed a police report with the Santa Rosa Police Department?
Yes.
Or made a complaint?
Mm-hmm.
And
well, she informed me that she had attempted to. I don't know
okay.
if she's actually filed anything.
And this was stemming from the 2002 complaint?
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, do you know, you can say I don't know if you don't know, but to your knowledge, do you know if the Santa Rosa Police Department investigated the complaint?
No, I have no evidence of that.
All right. And do you know of any witnesses that I can talk to, or that you know of, that may have seen this incident also?
No.
Okay. And
I believe, with regards to the Auburn Police Department, that there were court proceedings in Auburn. I believe is part of Sacramento County. So, but there were court proceedings, and I believe that the Auburn Police Department may have put a psychiatric hold on her.
okay.
So
now
there may have been there were probably competency proceedings there.
Okay. Now let's discuss. Okay. Do you have a background in being able to evaluate somebody's psychological abilities?
No, I have no training or degree in psychology.
Okay. So you're basically speaking from a person of average intelligence, maybe with common sense. now to.
Well, I mean, it's true. I am an attorney, and I do work extensively with, and I work exclusively with clients with disabilities
Mhm.
and a large number of clients with mental
Okay.
illness.
Okay, so basically, you've worked around these people. You kind of have an idea, you know, the different variations and psychological behavior. Does she? Can you kind of sum up what her state of mind is?
Well, I think it's very clear that she believes absolutely everything that she says, and to her it is extremely real. There's absolutely no evidence or no hint that she is exaggerating anything or changing her story at all. And I say that's one factor in judging her credibility is the fact that her story has been the same for the entirety of the time she's been coming in, both in her recent visits and calls to this office, but as far back as whenever 3-4 years ago when she was here, it's exactly the same. So in that sense, it lends credence to her credibility. Whether what happened actually happened, I don't know.
Mhm.
But it's clear in her mind it did.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
so-
Now, given that you're not medically qualified to give a professional answer, but you can at least give an answer based on your experience with other people. Do you think she's bipolar?
No, I have no.
Do you think she's schizophrenia?
I have no basis for forming a
Okay.
opinion as to a diagnosis.
Okay. So we're not trying to get a
I
diagnosis, we're just trying to get.
think she suffers from certainly mental impairments. Whether those mental impairments preclude her from, forming an accurate opinion or being able to recall items from the past, I don't know. It doesn't seem like her memory is impaired whatsoever.
Okay. So you perceive that she's telling the truth, that she has a clear memory.
No, I perceive that she's telling the truth as she knows it.
Okay.
I have no basis for saying what she says is true, and then quite frankly, what her allegations, are, certainly at face value are very hard to believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, and there's certainly no corroborating evidence that I know of.
If those allegations were looked into, you think there would be sufficient amount of evidence either pointing away from whether actually the amount occurred?
Well, gathering that evidence, I think, would be very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You have factor of time,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a lack of, by her own accounts, there are very few if any witnesses to these occurrences.
Okay.
So, in that sense, I think it would be very difficult to establish.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay, anything else you think you need to get out there? Or?
No, I think I'd certainly for her sake, I'd like to see a more thorough investigation done into this, if for nothing else for her own well-being, and to say, look, we looked into this, we've gone to these different sources. Here's what we actually found. You're an unbiased organization. We interviewed the police involved. We interviewed the public defenders involved. We interviewed these entities and see what we come up with.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time and for consenting to this interview. And if you have any questions or if you want to know something, feel free to give myself or Mr. Kamal a call.
Okay.